So this is how much money I made with my dividend payouts, and I'm going to be explaining exactly how it works just in case you ever want to, I guess, invest for the sake of dividends. I'm just going to break it down in this video. I really hope that you learned something new, and if you do, please consider dropping a thumbs up and subscribing as I upload new videos every single day about the stock market. So let me go ahead and start sharing my screen so you guys can see exactly what it is that I'm looking at. I'm just going to show you how much it is that I made, and then I want you guys in the comment section to comment down below what ETF you think that I was invested in and how many shares you think that I own. I'll give you guys a hint at the very end of the video, but total dividend payout was $8,500. Now, let me just start off by saying, if you're investing with just a few hundred or a few thousand, know the way that I trade or the way that I invest is not going to yield you an $8,500 return, because I trade with hundreds of thousands of dollars. I'm not here to sugarcoat it. I'm not here to make it seem like, oh, look, you just with a couple $100 can make 8,500 without doing anything. I literally did nothing though. I just had a couple of shares. I knew when the execution date was going to be, so I just went with it. So very quickly, TQQQ, again, their most recent dividend payouts was declaration date was 6/20, which was again June 20th, meaning that if you owned and held any shares from June 20th to June 21st. So if you just held it overnight from June 20th to June 21st, the record date is June 22nd. I sold on the 21st, the shares that I did have, but because it takes 2 days for your cash to settle, every trade that you take, when you sell a position, it takes 2 days for that trade to actually settle, which means that even if you sold on the 21st, it wouldn't have actually settled until 2 later business days, which would have been the 23rd. So the record date was 6/22. Because the declaration date is 6/20, as you can see, 2 business days is 6/22. So it would have recorded you as owning the shares. And if you owned any shares, again, feel free to check your dividend payout. It is available on Webull. If you guys don't use the Webull trading application, you don't have to. It's the one that I personally use, and it's going to be the 5th link in the description down below. And if you use my link, which you don't have to, but if you use my link and deposit $5 initially, just $5, you'll earn up to 12 free shares. But the payment date was 6/28. And it rolled over to 6/29 because that's when they distributed. But again, I didn't see it into my account until 6/29. And then this is what I saw, 8,500 shares. Was it just for TQQQ? No, it was also for SQQQ. And the really cool thing about this is, again, TQQQ paid out 12 cents, almost 13 cents per share. SQQQ paid out 26 cents per share, almost 27 cents per share. QQQ, again, if you owned QQQ, which I believe most of you guys, if you're going to hold anything, this was, in my opinion, the safer route. It's a little bit more expensive for the price per share, but the dividend payouts was about 50 cents per share, as you can see here. But the payment day is not it's not until the 31st, meaning that you actually probably would not receive it until the market opens tomorrow on Monday. So just a little heads up on that. But the reason that I'm making this video is, again, everyone has a different way to invest. Everyone has a different way to trade, and I want to respect that. But I get asked all the time, should I be investing in dividends? I mean, we hear about this all the time. Obviously, if you're a long-term investor and you have a long-term portfolio, if the stocks that you're invested in pay out dividends, then you're receiving, again, a few cents on the shares that you own. You hear a lot of older people rely on dividend income. I don't know anyone myself that would solely rely on dividend payouts, because first off, you would have to have, in my opinion, hundreds of thousands of dollars, if not millions of dollars invested for it to be worthy of to live off of, because again, these dividend payouts don't happen every single month, right? They happen every so often, and every stock offers different dividend payouts and different cents per shares. So it would be something to look into if you are ever considering investing long term, to look into not just the stock's growth potential, but to also ask yourself, what is the dividend payouts, and is this something that would also complement my investing style, right? I think the more that you know, the more that you can inform yourself the more comfortable that you will be investing long term. I think it's great. You guys know me personally. I love trading every single day, but it's also very important to have your long-term positions. And a part of that is these dividend payouts. So you definitely don't have to, but I think it's the best of both worlds. I can invest, I can day trade, but I could also swing trade, right? And that's the beautiful thing about investing, is you can have different risk tolerance, different approaches when it comes down to your investing or your trading style. I tend to be a little bit more aggressive with my trades, but way more conservative with my long-term plays, right? My long-term investments. So I just thought I would shed some light, not just on what recently happened with QQQ and these NASDAQ ETFs with the dividend payouts, because I can reassure you, and let me know down in the comment section, that some of you probably didn't even know that you got paid out through dividends, right? So feel free, again, look at your account, see if you received any recent dividend payouts. And I really hope that this video kind of just better explains the whole idea behind that. So if you have any further questions, especially if you're an absolute beginner or you've wanted to get started, I'd love to answer any questions you might have. And that's either going to be the first or third link in the description down below. It's either my Instagram, or you can direct message me via Discord. And I'd love to answer any questions that you might have about getting started in the stock market. I do want to remind you that I do trade live every single day right at market open. And if you want to learn more about that, so you can watch me trade live literally as soon as tomorrow when the market opens, that's going to be the second link in the description down below. And again, we are running our biggest sale for 4th of July. So again, that is that second link in the description down below. The sale is not going to get bigger than that. That's going to be the best of both worlds. And yes, it is a one-time payment, lifetime access. And yes, you will get to watch me trade live every single day. So I really do appreciate you guys' time. Hope and wish you all an amazing 4th of July weekend. Please be safe. And like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take it easy, team.